So, I mean, like, what's next? A reboot of Black Ops? Do you go back to World War II again, like Sledgehammer did?
I mean, I could see like a reboot of Black Ops for sure because they did Call of Duty World War II,
Yeah.
which I believe is meant to be sort of like a reboot, basically, of the original games in a way. So,
Yep. Hmm.
and then obviously there's like the reboot of Modern Warfare, which kind of gets into like the first 3 games, I believe, of the Modern Warfare sub-series.
Right.
So since we have Black Ops 4, I mean, yeah, certainly like, Black Ops trilogy or Black Ops, I don't know, just like a Black Ops like remaster, redone, whatever of that whole story, whatever it may be. I can certainly see that. But one thing I would really, really love to see, and I've been wanting to see this for a long, long while, because again, like I'm not like a big Call of Duty guy, but one mode that I've always enjoyed was a zombies mode. So when are we going to see a AAA Call of Duty zombies game, like just zombies?
We won't. It's going to be a side mode in any of these games because they did try to do like the mobile release of Call of Duty Zombies a while back, and that was popular for a while. But people want the Call of Duty experience. They want zombies with their multiplayer, with their single player. If one of those things gets taken out, people get thrown off. That's kind of why some people got thrown off by Black Ops 4.
Mm-hmm.
They like a complete package. And technically Modern Warfare doesn't have zombies, but I'm sure it'll get it at some point. I mean, they have to. It's sort of like it'll get Battle Royale at some point. They're going to throw it in there and make the package feel like a package.
Right,
not,
right.
Phrasing, whatever, but
but you gotta get that big package, Robert. All right.
Thank you. I already have it. But I think going back to your original question here, I mean, Call of Duty it's incredibly popular still, even with the competition out there. I mean, like they have a Call of Duty World, they have the league now, like the esports league that's watched by millions of players. But then again, you have the devotees out there, like, oh, and we're going to play Infinite Warfare. Boo. So you could tell what the high points are and the low points are. And I like to think Modern Warfare did a great job winning a lot of people back because it did away with that season pass thing. Like for years, Activision was notorious about charging for DLC, microtransaction, cosmetics, whatever.
Now, I mean, you see that in Destiny 2 right now. I mean, like that's still kind of like a big part of gaming, I guess, like in today's world. And like, I don't know, because like I can kind of see like Overwatch 2 also doing that to kind of do away with like loot boxes. But I know with like Destiny 2, like it's doing well for them in that regard. So
yeah, I mean, well, the loot boxes are calmed down, and Overwatch 2 will be more about single player. And Destiny 2, they didn't really have much of a choice. They went free to play with that recently, so that's how they make their money now.
That makes sense, yeah. But with like Overwatch 2, that might also go free to play at some point, possibly. Like, I could definitely see them doing that too.
Well, the original might. Well, the single player stuff they'll still charge for.
The original, yeah, for sure. I think, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do get what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, Call of Duty is not going to go away for a while. It's a series that's been built on strength, and provided that it could still have the ideas to kind of make it feel fresh and not go the direction of Ghosts or not have something missing from its package. Again with package. Then I don't think it's going to lose its momentum. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with 2020 and beyond. I mean, if they go back to just Infinity Ward and Treyarch developing back and forth, supported by secondary studios, that might be a bit too much. They need to get another player in there, and it kind of has me wondering like who they could bring in. Because it'd be great to see another new studio. I don't know what they're going to do with Sledgehammer. Maybe it'll be a support studio. Maybe they'll do something else. But I think in the matter of Call of Duty, they need to plan it carefully. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Activision did the Assassin's Creed thing. Like Assassin's Creed did the smartest thing in the world, pacing out Odyssey. Like they did not release a new game last year.
Doing one title per 2 years, basically.
Yeah, and then supporting it. I mean, look at the long term when you support a game with content. I mean, like even in the last few months, Modern Warfare has gotten season content and downloadable content that could have easily been stretched out over like a 2-year span. Obviously, Activision won't do that right away, but it is something to think about should the series start to get long in the tooth, or if they go to the future again, or if things get tired, if they go back to World War II,
space, yeah,
or maybe even World War One. Like the movie 1917 has me wondering what would a World War One Call of Duty game be like.
Well, Battlefield did that too, right?
Yeah, Battlefield totally did that. But I'm just saying, seeing Activision try it with the Call of Duty engine would be pretty something, I think. So I mean, there's ideas there that could still be bounced around, but eventually it's going to get to a point where Activision is going to take a look and is this still a yearly franchise? Is this something we still interject with ideas? Who do we bring in to keep things fresh. Eventually they're going to reach that point. But right now, I mean, the series is doing incredibly well. League's doing very well. Modern Warfare is selling great. They're going to announce the new one probably May or June before E3. So, I mean, it's not going to go away anytime soon. It's still one of the best franchises out there. It's just a matter of keeping that momentum going and keeping the content that players want without charging them an arm and
Hmm.
a leg.
Well, I'll still keep my fingers crossed for like a Call of Duty Zombies AAA game at some point down the
It would
line.
be. I think it would be cool if they did something like. I still think the best zombies one was. What was something like it was a film of the dead thing, and it was inspired by George A. Romero. He was
Oh
actually a
yeah,
zombie
yep.
in the game, and they brought in like I think Sarah Michelle Gellar, Danny Trejo, and Michael Rooker in them, and they just made it this great little moody, atmospheric, cheesy ass '80s style horror movie. That
That's
was
how you gotta do it. Yeah.
if they do a game like that, I'm in. If they do something where they bring back John Malkovich or Bruce Campbell, yeah, with a chainsaw, please.
Yeah.
Make it happen. I would pay good money for that. And who knows? Maybe down the road we'll see a spinoff with it, or something arcade style. I
Mm-hmm.
I would be on board.